Today's seminar was given by Helen Lovatt from Nottingham, and she is working on the Argonautica, and I'll pass over to you, Helen, to explain exactly what your paper was on. So please go ahead.
Brilliant, thanks very much, Maria, and thanks for organising. So the paper today was looking at a text called The Quest of the Silver Fleece from 1911 by the historian, scholar, black activist and author W.E.B. Du Bois, as I now know he is pronounced. And so I came to this because I've been writing a book about the history and reception of the Argonaut myth, and I was very excited when I found this really fascinating, rich, complex adaptation of the Argonaut myth, which reflects a lot on the racial politics of early 20th century America. And when I saw the seminar advertised, it seemed like an ideal moment to think a bit further about it in the context of the wider development of the Argonaut tradition and the ways that the Argonaut myth is often used for political ends in a lot of different ways, both sort of supporting power structures and opposing them.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, this is, I think, particularly an interesting story because it is so topical at the moment. I mean, it really was, the book was written pretty much when the statues were put up that are now taken down again. And so it is really coming around as an important depiction of life in the South and a black perspective on that, I think. I mean, how does that fit into your wider research project? I mean, you've been working on this book on the Argonauts. Would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so one of the things that attracted me to the Argonaut myth was the multiplicity of different perspectives in it. The fact that, you know, you have powerful female characters, you have complex male characters, you have gay characters, you have Greeks, you have non-Greeks, you have arguably characters of African heritage. So there's a lot going on in the Argonaut myth that can be used to think about lots of issues that are important today. And so I've got a chapter in the book, In Search of the Argonauts, on ethnicity and otherness. And I was thinking about the ways that the sort of exploration and imperial power is discussed, exploration, colonization, engagement with different types of people, all of those things. So there's lots going on, and that was the context in which I came across Du Bois. But when I read it, I became a lot more interested in the wider portrayal of all sorts of issues, including women's equality and capitalism. And that's something that keeps coming back in the Argonaut myth. So the Argonauts are sort of proto-capitalists in all sorts of ways. They go out, they acquire stuff, they come back, and they use that, you know, the acquisition to gain power. So yeah, no, I'm wandering a bit now.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, I have to say, I mean, a number of people typed into the chat and said that they were going to go away and read Du Bois now. And I think I will do the same. So thank you very much for introducing us all to a fascinating author. And yeah, it's definitely enriched our series very much. So thank you very much, Helen.
Thank you, Maria.